Hey everybody, my name's Alan Fair. I'm the creative director of Real Live Entertainment. We are just in the process of finishing up our run of Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap here in Niverville, Manitoba. Date is February 5th, 2017. We're just in between our matinee and our evening performance. Everyone's gone out to grab a bite to eat. I've put a lot of time and effort into this play, and I figured maybe I should take a video, record it, and share with you just some of the process that went into creating this set that we've been working on. So let's take a look around, shall we? For me, one of the highlights is this authentic antique furniture that I was able to find. You can't just take some furniture from the 60s, 70s, and make it look like it belongs in a 1950s manor house, right? So I was very fortunate when I was able to find these guys online on Kijiji. Yeah, just real authentic. It's dated to the 1920s, maybe the 1930s. They're a little bit low, so I had to bolster them up with some wood, as you can probably see there. Maybe you can't, and then cover it up. I don't think it's too much of a distraction for the audience, but finding those pieces were just a real find. I've seen other productions where they've taken whatever couch they could find and thrown a blanket over top of it. It takes away from it. This I just lends such a feel of authenticity to it. I really appreciate it. Also, these chairs here. I don't know if they're in a restaurant at some point. That's what they make me think of, an old-time family restaurant. They certainly have the wear and tear of it. I think they fit in very nicely with the hall here at Monkswell Manor. I also have this beautiful fireplace where people are always coming to warm themselves. It's a plaster fireplace. The coloring isn't quite right for the ambiance. But I think it worked well into our set here. Because it was neutral in tone, it didn't take away from anything. I also have our little glowing fireplace down here. They come with these bricky kind of things, which wasn't enough for me. So I made these guys here. This is melted plastic with shredded light gel. Melt worked into there, and I think that just adds just the right amount of sparkling embers to our little fireplace here. Nice little set of fireplace tools, of course, and this mirror found completely independent of the fireplace. It's not at all attached. It's just hanging from the the curtain rod up top there. If you push it the wrong way, then it will fall over. But it was just a perfect match for the paint color, the tone. So it really added a lot when I was able to incorporate it into the set, and doesn't play havoc like other mirrors could with lighting or with sightlines. Ashtrays, really hard to find for some reason. Here's one, and we got another glass one. Here's a nice little box if anyone needs a cigarette. I was also very pleased when I finally found these light fixtures. Were super hard to find for some reason. Nothing just had that. I was so hard to find an old-timey light fixtures like affixed to the wall. Chandeliers, sure, that's not a problem. Table lamps, okay, but to find wall sconces, for some reason, that was just really difficult. I was also really proud. You probably can't tell in this video, but these are LED light bulbs in here. Oh yeah, but they're designed to look like they're filament light bulbs, so it's pretty cool, pretty neat. I think the effect worked out really well. So that's our little warming station over here. Our big back window, of course. That's worked out pretty effectively. I was able to project our winter storm onto there, and I think it does a pretty nice job of conveying the idea that there's a window back there. And then later on we can put our snow drifts on there to show just how much snow has piled up and how cut off they really are, and before and after performances. And I can be putting up information about the show, the cast, the crew, projected onto the screen, and it's worked pretty effectively, I think. Got our nice little chest here, suitable for Giles to tuck his hat box into. It also works as a nice window seat, as well as a bench for climbing out into the window. And was also really happy that I was able to find some really period authentic magazines. This one's from '54, I believe, some Life magazine. Over there on the mantle, we got a 1950. Here's a 1955. Some kind of women's magazine, an old-time newspaper. Just those little details, right? It's all in the details. And in this box here, we have got our cigarettes, which I thought was a really good find. Apparently, they don't play to the audience as well as they do when you're up close. Let me just show you what the effect is here. So I'm here, like that. There we go. Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn. Does that play on the camera? I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing there. From up close, it looks great. From further away, I don't think it does quite as much. There's our other, just trying to find the right kind of ashtray. Of course, nobody can see this ashtray because it's so far behind the couch. Table, not at all, period. So Christopher Wren is quite right when he says that it's a fake. But it's covered in doily, it's covered by the couch, we get by. Also really happy with our radio that we have here. The script calls for a desk here with shelves where Molly can hide her gift, and then the telephone is on top of the desk, the radio is on top of the desk, and I figured I could just snip a little corner by getting a bigger radio, putting the telephone, notepad, paper on that. I don't think it takes away from the script at all to not have the desk, because it isn't a functional desk. No one really sits down at the desk to do anything. So I think it's suitable, and saved me one less piece of furniture that I had to go out and find. One of the biggest challenges was in trying to discern what makes the set look like an English manor. Like, it's supposed to be this old, respectable building, and I don't have access to that, and I can't build that. I can't come into this ballroom here and just throw that up in one day. Not on my budget, not on my time. So I had to take the essence of what would create the impression of a manor house, and in as minimal but as in detailed and as an accurate as possible way, give that feeling without going all the way and creating it. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. I bought this wainscoting separately and stained it to give it this white, to give it this wood grain kind of look, using the wallpaper. It was hard to find the right kind of old wallpaper, but then when I got it, aged it up, I think it looked really well, and I'm really happy with how the arches turned out too. Staining them, again, it's white MDF molding that's ready for paint, and then just staining it, and then staining it again, because the one coat of stain gives it this matte finish, and then just going over top of it with more stain gives it that glossy, inconsistent look. Just makes it look really worn, which I really like. Got our hat rack, our coat rack out there through the doorway. So the dining room is down here. Probably won't be able to see too much here because it's all dark. But this is where Jen, my stage manager, holds court. Yeah, you can't see any of this. I'll turn on some lights just to help you see what we're talking about here. So here she is in her little realm. She's got her script over there, and all of her props are near at hand here. Metcalf's book, Trotter's gun, Molly's cleaning supplies, some pencils, glove, parcels. Just the right stuff. I'm really fortunate that it's really light script as far as props and sets go, which was one of my goals. But it's got a little bit, and we were able to find what we needed, more or less. Then we come through here. This is the doorway to and from the kitchen and the front door. Walk past here. We can go down here to the drawing room. I know that there's supposed to be doors on stage, but I just didn't want to mess around with having doors that are level, because if it's not level, then it won't close right, or it won't stay closed, or it just weird. I'm going with arches, and yeah, and we can work around the lack of doors. So we go over here, and in the script, there's supposed to be a landing, and then a flight of stairs going up. So you would go through up the stairs to go to the bedrooms, but then there's a door over here that leads to the library. Just cut it out. If you're going to the library, you're going to go over here. If you're going to go up the stairs to the bedrooms, you're going to go over here. Let's go up to the bedrooms. But there aren't really bedrooms here because we're acting. Back here, it'll be difficult to see, but there's our projector. That is, maybe 20 feet away from the back of the curtain. It's a sheer curtain, so it lets enough light through. Over there are costumes you can't see because it's dark. And then we come over here through the darkness, past our little sitting area where actors hang out when they're not on stage. Again, you can't see it. And then we're side stage again. And back there is our tech board. I'll just quickly turn off these pot lights. I know people were a little bit concerned with my choice in lighting, and that's okay, and I don't care. Because I knew what I wanted, and everyone trusted me enough, and I think for good reason. So we've got just basic lights, right? We've got 3 on either side that are doing our amber tones onto stage. And then, let's see here. If I do this, let's see what lighting cue we have set up over here. And so we've got 3 ambers on either side, and then a green. 1 green wash, because I wanted it to have that eerie, icky feel behind it, right? So this is just straight up green. When Mrs. Boyle is getting murdered, for instance, we're kind of in this zone here. Later on at the end, when Molly is in danger, then it's also in this kind of place. And it just plays so well. It just gives it that eerie ickiness that I love that feel so much. I'll just so you can see what it's like. This is when we're transitioning into scene 2. Again, just using the screen as a backdrop, as a canvas, right? So it's probably hard to see, but we got the snowstorm happening, and then we fade in the trees, then we fade in the big snowdrift. And it slowly comes in as the 3 Blind Mice music is playing. The storm disappears, and it's replaced by a gentle falling of snow, which, goes on just a touch too long. I would have shortened that up a little bit. And then we fade into the window panes, which again is probably hard to see, but that sets us up for being inside of Monkswell Manor, like so. And it was really great when I was able to get those guys on the dimmer here, rather than having them on a switch backstage. Yeah, and just got our iTunes here with our video running, and Sean uses his phone for all the music and sound effects. And yeah, just put that back to the storm. And I think that's about it. Like, it's a small venue. We maxed out at 100 people yesterday, which is fine. It is what it is. And it's unfortunate that the people in the back have a hard time seeing anytime people are sitting, because it's all one even playing field. There's no height differentiation. But yeah, that's what we were doing. That's what I made here, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. It's been a pleasure working with such a great script, such great actors, getting the support of the community, and helping make this plan a reality. And I look forward to seeing what happens next. Thank you very much for watching this, whoever you are. Hopefully it's been insightful. You take care.